Yo, what's up guys? It's Noah here, and in today's video, we're going to be talking through some player props I like on Prizepicks for today's MLB slate on Thursday, June the 26th. We got 9 MLB games today. It is a day where we do have a lot of early games, so 8 of the 9 games today are, kind of in the early afternoon schedule. They're between like 1 to 4 o'clock Eastern time. So I'm recording this video Wednesday night, going to go ahead and post this Wednesday night. Hopefully by the time you're watching this video, you'll be able to get these plays in. But yeah, you can see pretty much all the games today are early. I think there's only one night game, and it's the Braves and Mets. So a lot of early games today, a lot of day games. Going to give you guys 2 props that I do like for today. Taking a first look at the board on Wednesday night. Going to break down these plays, talk through why I like them. Now, before we do get started, guys, make sure that you hit that like button down below if you enjoyed these Prizepicks videos. Make sure to hit that subscribe button as well. And if you guys are new to the channel and if you are new to Prizepicks, if you don't have a Prizepicks account, be sure to sign up. Use that promo code NOAH when you do sign up for Prizepicks with my promo code and place your first $5 lineup. You're going to get $50 instantly in free lineups that you can use to play with and hopefully win some money off of and start to build up your bankroll over on Prizepicks. So again, check them out, sign up, and use that code NOAH. And then we do also have a partnership with Sleeper, so I want to shout out Sleeper as well. If you guys don't have an account over Sleeper or on Sleeper, you can sign up, use promo code NOAH over there, and you'll get your first deposit matched up to $100. So whatever you put in on that first deposit, Sleeper will match it up to $100. If you want to deposit $100, they'll give you an additional $100 to play with. So this is another way to start to build up your bankroll over on Sleeper. And if you don't know what Sleeper is, they're a DFS pick'em app, very similar to Prizepicks. You just pick more or less on player projections. You build out your lineup. You can do up to an 8-pick lineup on Sleeper, win up to 100x your money. Go check them out, guys. And again, sign up and use that promo code NOAH over on Sleeper. But let's go ahead and talk about some plays that I do like for today on Thursday. Now, before we talk through our plays for Thursday, I want to recap our plays from Wednesday's video. So we gave out 3 picks Wednesday, went 3-0. So hopefully you guys did tail the 3 picks that we gave out on Wednesday. We hit on Mizorowski's over 5.5 strikeouts. We hit on Shane Smith over 4.5 hits allowed. And then we hit on Zach Wheeler under 18.5 pitching outs. All 3 plays cashed on Wednesday. Been doing really well with our MLB plays lately. The last 17 picks we've given out, MLB picks. We've hit 14 of our last 17 MLB picks. So it's just been a great run lately. Been loving the reads that I've been having in MLB. And even on the nights when the plays don't hit, it feels like we're really close. We're right there. So just been loving the reads lately. Hopefully we can continue this hot streak. It's been really fun. It's always fun when you get on heaters like this. The plays have been hitting a lot lately, and let's try and keep it going. So we got 2 plays here for Thursday. Both the props that we're going to take today are going to be hitter props. I've said this before. Hitter props are always a little bit more volatile, just because even the best hitters can go 0 for 4 any game. Even the best hitters like in the best spots can go 0 for 4 any game. So hitter props are always going to be a little bit more risky. I typically recommend betting a little bit lighter on hitter props, but when there's props that I see that have value that I like, even if they are hitter props, I'm still going to play them. Just want to put that out there. I didn't really see any pitcher props that I loved, kind of looking at the board the night before. But as always, if there's pitcher props that get added that I like, I will share those on Patreon. I do post more Prizepicks plays on Patreon. You can check that out, linked down below in the description if you are interested. But talking through the 2 props I like for today, both of them are going to be hitter fantasy scores. The first prop that I like is going to be Byron Buxton. We're going to take Byron Buxton for more than 6.5 hitter fantasy score. So I like to spot a good amount for Buxton and for the Twins specifically. So the Twins are going to be going up against Emerson Hancock today, and Emerson Hancock has not been that great this season. He's just kind of been an average pitcher, if not a below average pitcher. You look at his stats this season, he ranks in the 11th percentile in expected ERA. He's got a 5.13 expected ERA, ranks in the 8th percentile in expected batting average, has a 293 expected batting average. Just kind of been an average pitcher when it comes to hard contact, barrel rate. Like he'll give up some hard contact, but he doesn't really have a lot of good strikeout stuff. Like he's just got a 17% strikeout rate this year. His walk rate's about league average, 8.5%. but doesn't really get a lot of swings and misses, doesn't really get strikeouts. And that's one thing that I like about the spot for Buxton. One of the knocks against Byron Buxton, he's a great hitter, has a lot of power, but Byron Buxton will strike out a lot. If you look this season, he's got a pretty high strikeout rate, 27.4%, which does rank in the 13th percentile. So he strikes out a lot, he swings and misses a lot, but he's going to be facing a pitcher, Hancock, who doesn't really get a lot of strikeouts, doesn't really get a lot of swings and misses. So I think this is a really good spot for Byron Buxton to be able to put some balls in play. And Byron Buxton's one of the best hitters in the league when it comes to making hard contact. Like if you look at his hard hit percentage this season, he ranks in the 96th percentile. He has a 54.5% hard hit percentage. So when Byron Buxton makes contact, it's usually loud, hard contact. He usually hits the ball hard, high exit velocity. He's a guy that barrels the ball up a lot. He just has a ton of power. He's also got some speed as well. He's been stealing more bases this year, which is really good for fantasy score because you do get 5 points for stolen bases. Byron Buxton has stolen 13 bases this season. That's something that we didn't really see a lot from him last season. Byron Buxton's a hitter that he's had a lot of injuries in his career. The Twins have kind of managed him like they don't really want him stealing bases because they're kind of worried he's going to re-injure himself, but they've been letting him steal bases this year. He's got 13 stolen bases, so if he gets on, he's a threat to run. He just has a lot of ways he can cash this fantasy score line, whether it be getting hits, getting walks, stealing bases, whatever it may be. But I think this is a good spot for the Twins to be able to put up some runs. Emerson Hancock, again, just not a pitcher that I think is very good. He's got over a 5 expected ERA this year. The Twins have a team total near 5 runs. So Vegas, they're expecting the Twins to put up some runs here. And if you look at Hancock's splits this year, he has been worse against right-handed hitters in terms of average. He's given up a 296 average to right-handed hitters, 339 on base percentage, 435 slug. He's given up a little bit more power to lefties, but he's given up a much higher average to righties. So righties have definitely given him a lot of trouble this year. On the road, teams are batting 287 against Emerson Hancock, and it kind of makes sense for Hancock to struggle more on the road because he pitches his home games in Seattle. Seattle is a very pitcher-friendly ballpark. It's one of the best pitchers' parks. Now, Minnesota, their ballpark, it's kind of pitcher-friendly as well, but it's definitely not as pitcher-friendly as Seattle's ballpark is. So I think going on the road is kind of another negative for Emerson Hancock here. Just think this is a tough spot for him. It's a Twins lineup that has some power, has some speed. I think this is a good spot for Byron Buxton specifically. Leading off, should probably get 4, if not maybe 5 at-bats. And I think in this matchup, he sets up pretty well, especially against a low strikeout pitcher. That's one of the things Buxton struggles with. But I like targeting Buxton when he's facing low K guys who don't get swings and misses, because when Buxton's putting balls in play, it's usually going to result in him getting on base, getting fantasy points. So I like that as our first play for today. And then the other prop that I like, again, another hitter fantasy score. We're going to take Junior Caminero for more than 5.5 hitter fantasy score. So looking at this matchup for Junior Caminero, he's going to be going up against Michael Lorenzen. Now, Michael Lorenzen by no means is a bad pitcher. He's kind of like a league average pitcher. You look at his metrics, he ranks about league average, if not slightly below league average in most metrics. 36th percentile in expected ERA, 4.23. 37th percentile in expected batting average, 256. His K stuff is pretty average, if not below league average. 19.3% strikeout rate for Lorenzen. But one thing you look at with Lorenzen splits this year, he is a reverse splits pitcher. So he does struggle more against right-handed hitters. And typically you see the opposite for a right-handed pitcher. Typically right-handed pitchers are going to struggle more against lefties. But it's actually the opposite for Lorenzen. He's better against lefties. He's worse against righties. So I think this is a good spot for some of the righties for the Rays here. Yandy Diaz, Caminero. And Caminero's been really good this season. Another guy that just has a lot of power. I want to say in terms of home runs, he's already got a good amount of home runs this year. Let me see. Yeah, he's already got 19 home runs. He's been showing off his power lately. 2 home runs in his last 4 games. Just been hitting the ball really well as of late, seeing the ball really well as of late. And again, I like this matchup for him against a pitcher that does struggle more against righties. And looking at Caminero splits this year, I want to say Caminero has been better against left-handed pitching. Oh no, he's actually been better against right-handed pitching. So Caminero been really good against right-handed pitching this year. We love to see that. 280 average against right-handed pitching. A lot of other good metrics as well. If you look at some of his more advanced stuff against right-handed pitching, 330 on base percentage, 570 slug, 900 OPS, 290 ISO, 154 WRC plus. Now, Caminero has been worse on the road this year, and that kind of makes sense because Tampa Bay, their ballpark this season that they're playing in, it's a minor league park, so it's been playing very hitter friendly. So it does make sense for Caminero to be a little bit worse on the road. But Kansas City's ballpark is one that does kind of play a little bit more hitter friendly, especially in the summer when it gets hot. And we're going to have some pretty good hitting weather in Kansas City today. It's going to be humid. Winds are going to be blowing out. If you look at the weather, 87 degrees, 63% humidity with winds blowing out to center at 10 to 15 miles per hour. So anytime you have hot, humid weather with winds blowing out, that's always going to be good hitting weather. And that's what it's going to be in Kansas City today. Good spot here for, I think, these Rays guys to put up some runs. Rays have a team total over 5 runs here. And I think it's a good matchup for Junior Caminero, who's been really good against right-handed pitching this year. And he's facing a pitcher who has reverse splits and has been worse against right-handed hitters. So I like these as our 2 props, guys, for today's slate on Thursday. Again, it's a small slate, 9 games today. A lot of the games today are early. Trying to get this video out the night before since we have a lot of early games. Right now, there's not a ton of pitcher props that I really liked. But again, I'll look at the board on Thursday morning and I'll try and find some more plays. I'll always share more Prizepicks plays over on Patreon, so you can check that out if you are interested. But I did want to give you guys a couple early plays I did like looking at the board the night before. These are 2 hitter props I liked. Taking a look at the board the night before. But as always, guys, appreciate you watching. Appreciate your support on these Prizepicks videos. Make sure to hit that like button down below before you do get out of here. Hit that subscribe button as well. And go check out Prizepicks, guys. Sign up. Use that code NOAH. When you play $5, you'll get $50 instantly in free lineups added to your account. Easy way to get your bankroll built up on Prizepicks. Use those free lineups and hopefully win some money and start to build up that bankroll. But as always, guys, appreciate you watching. Let's cash out tonight. Let's get another win, and I'll see you guys in the next video.